Mahomes looks to throw it. Pump faking right side. He wants it. A comeback. It is caught by Kelsey. Touchdown! Kansas City. The game is over. The Kansas City Chiefs are champions. How about those Chiefs?
Welcome to the Kingdom Corner here with Dale and Andrew. We are previewing the game coming up this week against the 49ers. Our last episode, we didn't mention this, but we hit double digits for podcast number 10. So this is number 11. So tune in for the whole episode. We might be, but most definitely are giving some things away. So Dale, are you excited about 10 here?
Yes, I'm excited. And I know your favorite player used to be number 11. He was, I think, a wide receiver. And you,
I don't.
And so I mean, like, it's fitting. It's fitting.
At first, I thought you were talking about Alex Smith, and you said wide receiver. Like, okay, this guy's trying to troll me here on our own podcast.
Yeah. Andrew had fond feelings for D-Rob, and so I mean, he loved to watch him play.
Yes,
the way he carried the ball.
I'll tell you this: I love the way he carried the ball. I love the way he ran with the ball. But, you know, when he left, we automatically gained 50 yards every game. So, I mean, it's just how it works.
Yeah, man. So what are we giving away? Are we going to do that at the end? Or are we going to do that now? What do you think?
I say throw that somewhere in the middle towards the end, or I don't know. We'll throw it in somewhere. That way you don't listen for 2 minutes and get the answer.
Well, hey, that's pretty good. That's a good idea.
Tune in for the episode and find out what we're giving away and what to do to get it. So it'll be good. It'll be well worth your time. So this Sunday, 3:25, the Chiefs head over to California, to San Francisco to be more precise, to play the 49ers. And big pickup just announced here recently, the 49ers have traded and signed Christian McCaffrey from the Panthers, an all-star running back.
Man. So number one, why are the Chiefs playing all these late games? Well, I know why, but it drives me bonkers because I'm like, hey, let's get the noon kickoff. Let's go. Let's right after church, you come out, you're feeling pretty good, and we go watch a little Chiefs football. But yeah, the 3:25 games, I understand they want prime time and want the Chiefs on prime time, but yeah, that Christian McCaffrey signing is huge. I mean, that's going to be big, especially with Shanahan and how he runs the offense. Especially he loves to run and loves to run the screens. And it's like, if McCaffrey can stay healthy, you got Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
and George Kittle. And George Kittle. I mean, some of the most angry, tough runners in the league are on there. So, but the problem is they still got what's his name as quarterback. So
Jimmy G,
still quarterback.
Filling in for Trey Lance, who not trying to knock Trey Lance, but he's got to get a couple more years under his belt. To really find his groove, I think.
Yeah. So speed recovery for him.
Yeah. Exactly. But the other side is Christian McCaffrey, though. I mean, that's going to take a lot of pressure off Jimmy G here. How do you think Christian McCaffrey, if at all, will be used in this game?
Yeah, I think they emailed him the playbook, and he was reading it from Carolina to San Francisco. And I think McCaffrey was a Stanford guy, so pretty high IQ, pretty smart. Yeah. So I think he'll pick up some of the things real quick. His dad played for the Broncos. McCaffrey, and that was Shanahan, the senior. And so here we are, Shanahan, right? It's Shanahan. Yeah, Mike Shanahan. Yeah. And then now we got Kyle Shanahan playing for McCaffrey. And so it's kind of interesting. I knew Ed McCaffrey played the Chiefs. It seemed like a lot when they played each other. But so they're back together. So I figure, and I know we talked before the recording, was this like, all Jimmy G has to say is, hey, wheel route, or, just McCaffrey being in the game. I think the defense has to make an account for. But, hey, we got one of the best tackling linebackers in the game, and Nick Bolton, and we get Willie Gay back, which I'm sure we'll talk about. So,
yeah, absolutely. So talking about Willie Gay, we're getting him back after a month, and so he's one of the faster linebackers in the league, and also is pretty good at coverage. But here's the other question. He's been out for 4 games, so a month of play, month of time with the team. Yeah. Do you think he's going to have any rest on him?
Oh yeah, I think there'll be a few. I think they'll split, especially with Harris, how well he played and covered. So I don't think they're worried about that position. I think they're like, hey, let's get you just worked in, and we'll see how you're feeling. I think it should be how you feeling. Like you need a break. You need But I think you would want to start Willie Gay and say, hey, get after it. And he may be just hungry, and there may be no rest. I mean, to have to be sitting out for 4 games, I can't imagine.
Yep. And I don't think he probably missed out anything on workouts or anything like that.
No.
It's just, there's just something about playing for game speed, though, that's hard to replicate when you're practicing. And so missing game speed for a month, could make a difference. But, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping he's just been fired up, ready, and comes out, ready to make some big plays for us. So, and I'm sure he's ready to do that as well.
Yeah, he'll be ready. He'll be ready.
Yeah. Yeah. So, man, couple things moving into the game here. Sunday, 3:25 at San Francisco. So one of the things about San Francisco, though, is they lead in yards after the catch. The entire league, yards after the catch.
Yeah.
And you even mentioned Deebo Samuel earlier. He's only averaging 2 yards. Every time he catches the ball, he's only about 2.5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. But he's averaging 10 yards a catch.
Yeah.
So he might only be catching a 2-yard pass, but he's getting 8+ yards every single play. I mean, he leads the league in yards after the catch. So
when you throw it behind the line, when you throw it behind the line of scrimmage, and he's so shifty and strong. I think, which again, what we just mentioned, Willie Gay, which makes it huge. I mean, I think that's the matchup to watch for. Just Willie Gay and his speed and his closeout. I mean, I know watching the 4 games he was out, I was like, man, Willie Gay might have had that tackle. Willie Gay may have been there a couple steps faster. So not taking away from Harris. Harris did a great job covering, and I thought he was like, we didn't miss anything. And so, I think it was like one of those things. So anyway, keep going. So yards after catch, they definitely are great.
Yeah. And you kind of mentioned before, but let's just give an official shout out to Darius Harris, who has filled in wonderfully for the missing Willie Gay over these last 4 games and has played much better than I even anticipated him playing. I mean, he played excellent.
Yes.
There's not many backup or second string linebackers who will play at the level that he was playing at.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure, but if he was on another team, he might be a starter on the right team.
Or he may get a shot now. Like we always want the best for, Chiefs Kingdom. And so we'd love to keep him, but man, if that got him a shot to play, to start in the NFL, then man, that'd be great.
Yep. And they might even just start rotating him in more just because of how well he played as well. So we'll see what happens with that. So going through the 49ers here, the 49ers have the 18th offense in the NFL. So they're 21st in passing, 13th in rushing. So they're not doing, excellent, not necessarily bad. They're just kind of middle of the pack as far as offense goes. But their defense is where they get you. They have the number 1 defense in the NFL. Number 1.
Wow.
Number 2 in passing. Number 4 in rushing. Number 2 in scoring. And so,
what you're telling me is the Chiefs are going to be able to do nothing.
On offense. That's not what I'm saying, but that's what the people will tell you. So this year so far, 6 games in, the most points they have allowed this season is 21.
Okay. Wow.
And that they are leading the league in the most three and outs forced against opponents. So they're also number 2 in sacks with 23. Their defensive linemen, there are 4 guys. Each of them have at least 3 sacks. So, I mean, they're across the board, especially that D-line there. They are wrecking havoc on other teams.
Wow.
Yeah, so all the analytics and, all these other commentators, I'm sure they'll tell you, not here, but they will tell you, the Chiefs might be slowed down a little bit this game.
Yeah. But I think what we've seen from years past or games past with the Chiefs is that the top defense, it seems like Mahomes and Bieniemy and Andy Reid, they kind of step up to the task and like, okay, you're going to do that. Then okay. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, even so far this year, the Chiefs have played 2 of the 5 top scoring defenses in the league. And after this week, they'll play 3 of the top 5.
There you go.
So including numbers 1 and number 2 with the Bills and the 49ers here, and the Tampa Bay Bucks were the other team in the top 5. Yeah. So they've been playing some pretty stout defenses so far. And I don't know about you, but other than maybe the Bills game, the Chiefs have still been putting up some pretty good points.
Yeah. But that I mean, I don't know about you. I'll be honest on this podcast. That defensive line terrifies me.
Oh, absolutely it does. Absolutely it does.
That defense, especially when you get pressure with 4. I know and I know we haven't gotten the Chiefs yet, but I mean, like, the thing concerns me is our ends, our offensive tackles.
Yeah,
are giving up the most pressures in the NFL by far. And I think like that one shows you Mahomes has saved their bacon. I mean, just imagine we didn't have like a semi-mobile quarterback. And I only say semi-mobile because I think Lamar Jackson is probably, and Kyler Murray is mobile. But Mahomes does a great job extending the plays, and I think we would be in a lot more trouble if we didn't have Mahomes. So,
yeah, you're not wrong at all. So, speaking of the tackles here, I think that's the weakest part of the Chiefs offense. So let's dive into the Chiefs side now. So the Chiefs offense, the weakest part is their offensive line, and specifically their 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Mahomes is getting the ball out quick. He's averaging about 2.75 seconds of holding the ball before he's passing it. So, it's not long.
It's not like he's
and think about that. That includes the plays that he extends, to 5-6 seconds or whatever it may be. And yet even still, he's getting a lot of pressure on him, and mainly from these tackles. And Orlando Brown Jr., I mean, I'm not one to hate on anybody, but I'm just telling you, he wants to be the top paid left tackle in all of the NFL. And he has given up the most pressures of any tackle in the league.
Yeah. So, we're stern, but we're fair.
That's right. That's right. We're stern, but we're fair. Yeah,
that's right.
I like it.
Like, maybe that's what they freed up the money for.
Maybe so. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I wanted to clarify. So it wasn't, I guess he hasn't given up the most in the NFL, but he's given up the most pressures of anybody on the Chiefs.
Okay.
So, But
those 2 tackles, though,
him and Wiley combined have given up the most pressures in the NFL as far as tackles go. Right. So I don't know what his individual number is as far as the league, but Orlando Brown's given up 22 pressures in 6 games as your starting left tackle. Not as a backup, not as a second string, as your starter. 22 pressures on your franchise quarterback. That's not what you want from a left tackle.
No, not what you want. And so, hey, it's early. It's only week 7. So we will, Andy Reid and the boys, they got some time to figure it out, and I think they will. And so whether that's scheme, whether that's help, whether that's putting Noah Gray next to left tackle, whatever it would be, I think they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to issue an apology to Orlando Brown if he changes it around. I hope he does. So,
well, maybe that's why he got the franchise tag. I don't know.
Maybe so.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, so let's jump to the Chiefs numbers here. The Chiefs have the number 6 offense, so they're number 5 in passing, number 19 in rushing, and they're still number 1 in scoring, averaging a little over 29 points a game. And so they lead the league with the most first downs and the most touchdowns. And remember, that includes playing already 2 of the top 5 leading scoring defenses. So and they're still, leading the league in a lot of these categories. So that's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
And as far as their defense goes, they're number 19, so towards the bottom of the pack here. But they're number 27 in passing, but they're number 6 in rushing, number 25 in scoring, and they're right in the middle of the pack with 15th in sacks in the league. So other than their rushing defense, they're kind of the back of the pack here. But with Willie Gay Jr. coming back here, or Willie Gay, whatever it is. Too many juniors running around here. But
too many.
Willie Gay here, as he comes back, maybe some of those numbers will improve too.
Oh yeah. I think that rushing will. And I think, we have one skewed game where Josh Jacobs goes for an ungodly amount of yards on us. And so I think overall, we still got the dub in that. So overall, I think we're good. And so, but yeah, I think we'll figure. I mean, I'm not worried about the Chiefs, even after the loss to the Buffalo Bills. Not worried about them, and I think we both had. If the Chiefs win Sunday, this is the record we had them at, both of us.
Yeah, I think you're right. So we're not far off from what we predicted from the beginning of the season. So we should be happy with that, because we predicted 12 wins for the season, which is pretty good.
Yeah, for 12 wins. But I looked at the schedule the other day, and I can't find 3 more losses.
That's what I'm thinking.
And they're but I mean, not saying that they're going to win, but I'm just saying, it's hard to find 3 losses. Not saying that they can't lose, but the Chiefs should win these games. And so it's kind of okay, well. Yeah, and I think it's going to take. I mean, and I think it'll be a close race to watch the Buffalo Bills and get that AFC Championship game at home yet again. Never been done 5 years or 4 years. And to do it 5 years would be pretty impressive. But I definitely think the Chiefs are capable.
Absolutely, they are. Yeah, and after this game against the 49ers, they're going to be heading into their bye. And so during their bye week, we'll address some more of those games coming up. And like we said, to start the season, this is our kind of rough idea of what the prediction for our records we thought that might be. Yeah. But we were going to give from the beginning at the bye what we thought would happen the rest of the season, because it's hard to judge everything on, not knowing nothing.
Nothing. Starts.
Yeah. So, but here's a stat for you with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 16-3 against the NFC since 2018.
All right. Well, does that surprise you, Andrew? Does that surprise you? No,
it doesn't. Yeah, right? Here's a little more context for you, though. That's better than 2 teams that play in the NFC.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I mean, the Chiefs have gotten more wins against the NFC than some of the own NFC teams.
Okay, now that surprises me. All right, that surprises me. But Mahomes just continues to break record after record after record. I mean, he is a walking record-breaking machine. And now Travis Kelce said, you know what, I'm going to join that party. And so it seems like after every game, both of them are breaking records. And so I think I've said it 3 times so far, or maybe every episode. I don't know. We're lucky to have 15 playing, and he's got to keep playing. So for a long time, but let's enjoy it.
Yeah. I want to address one more thing before we jump into our score predictions here.
Okay.
So you mentioned Travis Kelce. He restructured his contract to free up a little over $3 million for the Chiefs here. So I've seen a lot of things going around. You probably have too, that a lot of people are projecting the Chiefs to get OBJ, the wide receiver there. Personally, a wide receiver, it's great to always have more weapons, but I'm not as concerned about their offensive weapons. I think they'll figure it out. They're still gelling. I mean, Juju had his first 100-yard game. I'm not worried about their offense figuring it out and getting big plays. I would be more I'd be more happy and excited if they signed a defensive guy, and mainly maybe a lockdown corner or another defensive end who can get a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
That'd be what I would hope they would do with it, but we'll see what happens if they do anything.
Yeah, I think we share the same ideas, where I think Juju, and like you said, that's a young wide receiver room in the sense that they've not been together forever, and they're still learning what Pat wants, and Pat's still learning what they do well, and Andy Reid's learning what they're doing. And so, I mean, I think for Juju to have a big game against the Bills was huge. And so I think we're going to see more of that. And I think Patrick has said, hey, it's going to be somebody every week. And so I like that, but who knows what Odell's going to be after the surgery. Then I would love to see a corner or another safety. Not another safety. I think I like Juan Thornhill and Reed, but I think a lockdown corner would be great. I wish we would have got Gilmore.
Yeah.
Or that guy that went to the Chargers. What was his name? I can't even.
I don't know. If you say, I probably know. I can't think of who it is right now.
But he was like a
the Chargers' best defender is Derwin James anyway. So let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like if we can go and get anything from the Panthers. I mean, it sounds like they're giving away all their best players.
It sounds like it. They're just having a fire sale over there. So let's just go pick apart their team and pick who we want. So
which makes. Anyway, we don't have time. We don't have time to talk about that. Makes zero sense to get rid of all your good players. Anyway. All right. So score predictions.
Join us for the bye week. We'll jump into some of these more shenanigans and we have time to just talk about whatever. So
that'd be good. Overview
score prediction. So Chiefs versus 49ers Sunday 3:25 in San Francisco. I have the Chiefs. I think they're going to bust through that 21 mark that the 49ers have been holding everybody to. And so I think the Chiefs are on a mission after losing to the Bills. And I know the 49ers are coming off a loss as well, and they don't want to do that. But I'm going to give the 49ers a little bit closer of a game since they picked up McCaffrey. I'm saying it's going to be 31-27.
Okay. Wow. That's very close.
It is. I
was hoping to take a nap in the third quarter.
Yeah, I would not have given them that number before McCaffrey. I was going to put them right around 20 because I think if you can hold the Bills to 24, you can hold the 49ers to 20. But being Christian McCaffrey, not knowing what he's going to do, if he doesn't play, I'll go with the 20. But if he plays, I'm sticking with the 27.
I had a little different score. I had 28-17 Chiefs.
All right.
So I said Chiefs are going to break past that 21. They're going to score. But for whatever reason, whenever the Chiefs get the lead, they kind of.
Yeah, they start coasting and give up some garbage thing. So
I don't understand. We just got to keep we got to keep the foot on the throat and just, let's win. But yeah, I say 28-17. I think Jimmy G is still Jimmy G, and he's having a hard time. He's having a hard time moving that ball. So, and the Chiefs defenses and with Spags, he does some things that I think makes things difficult for Jimmy G. And so that's always a good thing. But yeah, that's my score prediction, 28-17.
Yeah, I like it. So, all right. So here's what you have to know to win this contest. So we're giving away some Chiefs shirts from Oh Hey Threads. Man, if you win, we'll, get your size and everything else in contact you. But here's what you have to do. So I have owned Chiefs season tickets for 7 years. All right. So you're going to find us on social media, either on Twitter or on Facebook. And we're going to post this episode on the social media platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to comment below or comment to it that how long I've owned season tickets for. But also, we want you to comment, what number would you pick for yourself if you played for the Chiefs? But don't write the answer in the comments. I'm trying to help you out by helping you, lower the chance of everybody else commenting as well, just random numbers. But comment how many years I've owned season tickets, 7 years, and the number you pick if you play for the Chiefs.
There you go. What number would you pick if you played?
I'd pick 11 just simply because that was the number, even though you just gave me a little bit about that. I
knew it. I knew D-Rob. I knew D-Rob was your favorite. Yes.
Not because of D-Rob. Not because of D-Rob. So that was my number in high school when I played sports and stuff. So that's just the number I'd go with. So if you had a number, what number would you pick?
All right. Well, before I tell you, what position would you play? So would you go wide receiver or tight end, slot, quarterback? What are we talking about? Defense?
I think I'd probably go for wide receiver. So now if I had the body type to play whatever, I mean, I might go, linebacker if I could play any position, whatever.
I was going to say, remember our backyard football games? I mean, you played like you were wearing pads and played in the NFL. And so, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I had the body type to play linebacker in the NFL, I'd play that. But but given my situation, I'd probably just line up out at wide receiver.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, that'd be good. I think I would, I don't know, number. I'd be some obscure number, like 99, and play like just something strange because my basketball number was like 40. So, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I'd be a fullback. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But if I could play any position, I'd play long snapper.
All right, there you go.
That way,
play for a long time,
play
right?
for a long time. They made, it'll be a good thing. So, long snapper, play for a long time, never get tackled, make tackles. Oh yeah, it'd be easy gig.
There you go.
Easy gig.
All right, we're gonna put this to a test sometime in live footage of how easy this long snapper thing is.
Well, I mean, I've never.
You called it out. The next time we're together, we're making a video and we're going to post it to this of you long snapping to see how easy it really is. So,
I never said it was easy. I said I'd learn the craft.
I don't know. I heard the word easy in there somewhere.
Well, no one can line up over you anymore.
That's true.
No one can hit you. So I mean, like it's practice.
That's right.
There should be never a bad long snap ever.
You wouldn't think so,
but there are humans.
There are. Well, thanks for joining us in this episode of the Kingdom Corner. Join us next time. We'll see you there.